Rodney? Hey, Rodney, come. Yeah, I know you're busy. Rodney, the clickbait thing worked. Well, I know you said it would work. I didn't think it would, but here they are. Huh. Well, anyway, so in spite of what Rodney says, this isn't the worst air fryer fried chicken. In fact, it's probably the best I've ever tasted. Anyhow, my clickbait, your reward. Stick around. I'm going to show you how.
All right, so here's the deal. I've not made a big deal about this, but I do the Whole30 plan. It's done great things for my
diabetes.
There it goes again. I don't know where it come from. Anyway, so it's done great things for my diabetes. So I've lost 80 pounds since the beginning of the year. So part of that means that I'm having to follow this diet. It's similar to paleo, similar to keto and all that stuff. But it works. So I usually start out these videos by saying just because you're camping doesn't mean you got to eat like a hobo. And I still mean that. But I'd like to amend that by saying just because you're on keto, Whole30, name your diet, just because you're on that program doesn't mean you can't go camping, where in turn means you don't have to go eat like a hobo. Or you don't have to go off the rails for that matter either. With a little bit of planning, a little bit of prep, you can still eat like a king and stay within the parameters of whatever this diet is that you happen to be doing. Whole30 happens to be mine. So I promised you a good air fryer fried chicken recipe, and I'm going to deliver. So sit back, get yourself a warm or a cold beverage, watch this video, because at the end of it, there's a big, big announcement. Let's go to the kitchen. I'll see you in a minute.
Let me tell you a little something about this. The best air fryer fried chicken ever is coated with no other than sweet potato chips crushed in the food processor. Not only does this have a little bit of saltiness to it, and this particular brand from Aldi's has no other ingredients, it's just sweet potato and salt, yeah, and oil. Anyway, so we're going to crush these down to like about a Payco breadcrumb, and then we're going to season it with none other than, that's right, you guessed it, Bad Byron's Butt Rub, or as I come to call it, BBBR. You try this on anything, just about, and you'll be calling it BBBR too. Anyhow, this is the seasoning we're going to use with this fried chicken, and I guarantee you it is delicious. So we're going to start off by crushing these sweet potatoes. So here we have 2 bags of sweet potato chips. We're going to grind them on down. And I think I called it Payco earlier. It's panko, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of them fancy Waffle House words. Anyway, we're going to crush it on down. I'm going to tell you, you don't want to go too far with this, because if you continue to whip it and whip it and whip it and try to crush it down, the oil in those chips will kind of turn it into butter. So you don't want to do that. You want something that looks a bit like a breadcrumb. To that, we're going to add Bad Byron's Butt Rub. We'll take the lid off it, and we're going to put about, I don't know, 3/4 of a lid in it. I know that sounds like a lot, but remember, this isn't all salt. It's a lot of spices in it too. Anyway, we're going to add that to it and make sure it's mixed thoroughly. This is what your breadcrumbs or your sweet potato crisp should look like. About like such. All right, for the next step, we're going to need 3 bowls. And we're going to need, this is 4 chicken breasts that I have cut in half and beat down with a mallet so that they're nice and thin. In that bowls, you're going to need some arrowroot powder. You can use any flour you want. Whole30, kind of restrictive on that. Arrowroot powder works great. Going to need 3 eggs beaten. and a bowl for your sweet potatoes that have been seasoned and crushed. And then over here, I've got the fryer basket. You want to make sure that fryer basket is good and slick. Put lots of oil on it. Okay, I've oiled the fryer basket really well. Start with a fork here and grab a piece of this breast. Make sure it gets good and coated in the arrowroot flour, regular flour, cornstarch, whatever it is you want to use. Anyway, into the egg mixture. And then into the sweet potato flakes. Make sure it gets good and coated. Flip it over. Till it looks about like that. Now, you want to grab your oil. Give it a quick shot because you don't want it to stick. And put it in the fryer basket. So once you got your fryer basket full, take your cooking spray, spray the top really well. That's how you're going to get it good and crispy. And then into the air fryer it goes, 14 minutes at 390, flipping it at 7 minutes. Check back with you here in just a second. Sweet peas. Cool. Okay, that first batch is done. Let's have a look. Ooh, would you look at that? Golly bum, that's going to be hardly fit to eat right there. Y'all should know by now, certainly, that the theme behind my channel is cooking and camping. I've kind of added in the whole 30 thing. Anyway, if you just want to eat this right out of the thing, put it on your dinner with some broccoli and whatever, that's fine, you can do that. But if you're going to save this to take on your camping trip, you're going to need to let it cool first. Before you put it in the fridge, before you stick it in a container, anything like that. Then what you want to do, if you have a convection oven on your camper, or if you have a Blackstone griddle top or something like that, oil it down real good, fry them back up. They get nice and crispy, real nice and crispy. Anyhow, so we're going to let these cool, and when they're to room temperature, we'll put them away. I'm going to do the rest of them. I'll check back with you in a few minutes. You know what that looks like to me? That looks like a plate full of Happy Dad Jim family right there. Yes, sir. Hardly fit to eat. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Sweet potato chip, and Bad Byron's butt rub crusted chicken breast. Let me tell you something. I just cut this little piece with my fork. This is so tender. But we're going to try just a little taste of this. Just a little taste. Then I'm going to give you my special announcement. Y'all, that's hard to fit deep. You get the sweet from the sweet potato, the crunch from the sweet potato having been baked with the oils on it and such, and you get the saltiness from the chips, but mostly from the Bad Byron's butt rub. All that blend of spices, man, I'm here to tell you, that stuff will go on anything. Okay, so here's the surprise. You've waited till the end of the video, and I sure appreciate it. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, leave a comment. I reached out to the fine folks at Bad Byron's Butt Rub, and they gifted unto me what they call the Bad Byron's Butt Bucket. But anyhow, it is slap full of stuff like barbecue sauce, seasoning, an apron, a couple of canned cozies, I mean, some peanuts, I mean, the whole thing. They have given it to me to give to you. So, here is the deal. When I reach 300 subscribers, I'm going to magically pull a name out of the hat, and somebody is going to get this butt bucket sent to them. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. I love you. See you next time.